Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. It's currently Friday. Oh heck yeah, it's Friday. What time? 7:30? Yeah. Oh no, 7:20. Yeah, sorry. It is 7:20 p.m. CST. Not as we usually do it because I just felt like streaming earlier today. I'm in a good mood. Yeah, I have time. I found myself sitting down. I was like, I could warm up and then do like 2 warm-ups, or I could just hang out with you guys and do an extended warm-up. Because I do have something kind of special planned for warm-up today that I'm actually actively working on right now. So I'm going to yap until I'm finished, and hopefully some people can stop by. Let me make sure that the stream's actually up. We've been having issues. Ever since I switched to Firefox, which is a bit interesting, which I don't understand how that affects it, because the stream key is a stream key. You know, it's not like that's going to be a major issue. Let's make sure. Okay, cool. Yep. So I'm gonna finish this up right here. Well, hopefully maybe some people trickle in. If not, I mean, we are all the same. And plus we're 10 minutes early, so but yeah, I sincerely hope anyone watching this who isn't currently in the chat, as there are no viewers, I hope you're doing well. It gets stressful. It gets crazy during school time. I should know that. And so take a break. You know, enjoy today, enjoy right now, and enjoy doing something that you love for an hour, which is what we are about to do once I finish this line. Cool. Okay. So, oh, I should probably clean this off. Nothing too special, nothing like Outer Wild stream level, but also I realize I've been peaking my mic, so we're actually going to turn my volume down today a bit, and I'm gonna be watching the red. I don't want my music to be too loud, so if my music is too loud, please let me know. I think we're in the safety zone. Anyways, let's switch over here. Oh, I don't like this song. Okay, maybe we take a tiny bit more time. Because I have to switch music. So here, we'll go over here at least. So for today's warm-up, and I have to kind of zoom out even more, don't I? Let's see if I can line this all up. Yeah, that's the best I can do it. We're going to be doing the ellipse, the page of ellipses exercise. Obviously not all in the 10 minutes for our usual warm-up. It'll be staggered right throughout maybe a couple streams, who knows. I just felt like I wanted an ellipse training arc of sorts. Music-wise. Let's listen to some No Man's Sky, I guess. Oh, got a phone message. I need to turn off my phone while I stream. Goodness. But yeah, so without any further ado, let's hop into the warm-up. First, we're going to do like a normal page of warm-up, and then we'll work our way into ellipses. Because ellipses are not the only thing we draw. We draw lines. We draw... I mean, actually, that's the two things that we draw the most, right? So let's get to it. Hey. Big box. We can do an interesting box today, why not? But yeah, I honestly could have streamed yesterday. I even messaged Alana, I was like, hey, I could probably stream today, but instead I spent the day doing homework. Or the night, I should say. And I'm glad I did. Because I got really ahead on that homework. Large box person, what is up, Dazzling? Hope all is well. We are large box indeed. Nah, there's been larger. Hope your day's going well. If you'll notice, we started the stream a tiny bit earlier than usual. We're going to be doing some ellipse training today, as well as our lesson 5 Otter Construction. Hopefully bringing it to paper. So an ellipse warm-up is probably pretty good. Chill, great to hear. You gonna be working on anything special today, or just taking it easy, taking it breezy? You mentioned a while ago that you're working on hands, and then you moved to talk about perspective, right? Or something with boxes? I could be completely mistaken. I do remember your comment yesterday of learning about the little graph theory edges between things. Hope all that's going well. Very fun and interesting stuff. Was doodling pentagons again. Interesting. Bro's getting satanic. Some witchery up in this. Trying to summon the undead to take down the Cavalier Kingdom. I need to do some doodling. Hey, what's up, cat? We started early today. I'm sorry. I did not warn you guys. Very much a whim type of thing. Yeah, your Pentagon summoned cat. How's it going, cat? Hope all is well. My goal today is to be really methodical. That's the vibe. That's the... well, yeah, just what we're going for. Get your lesson 4 critique back. Feel pretty good about that. Maybe this one's a bit too far inwards. We're gonna need to get really good at boxes once again once we approach the cylinder challenge. The inevitable. The indomitable. Oh yeah, guys, so I have some really bad news. I really wanted to do the promptathon, like I always do. Shapes are wonderfully weird. I love the alliteration as well. But I like this line more. There's a promptathon coming up for Drawbox, and I won't be able to participate in it. I've heard from the grapevine that if all things go well, it's going to happen the last week of September, which is my most chaotic and most hectic week this semester, where I have a project presentation and 3 exams, as I've said before. Which sucks, because at the end of the day, school does take a priority. And I know this channel is about carving out time for things that you love. But, you know, sometimes you have to balance. You can't have that. All good, planning on returning to textures tomorrow. They shall not defeat me, Cat. I love the determination. Honestly, I was a bit worried last stream when you left earlier, and I was like, I really hope Cat doesn't give up. I don't mean this in a mean way, right? Just textures is so difficult for so many people, and I'm so glad to hear that you're back on the grind, so to say. You're very, very valiant and brave and strong, stronger than I for approaching that challenge. Let alone sticking with it. As I said, I'm in a very good mood. I'm feeling a lot better. My classes were really weighing, had a toll on me, but I'm very happy to be back. And we're gonna enjoy the next 2 weeks before finals. In the same way, finals will not defeat me. And it's Friday, baby. We got the weekend. I know this sounds really dumb and silly, but last weekend, all I did was work on my portfolio website project for my class, and I'm finished with it. Like, I could have been working on it this weekend, but I finished early, and so now I have time to study for other classes, which sounds really nerdy and stupid, but I am so glad, because now I'm slowly catching up. I'm slowly getting ahead of the curve, time and assignment-wise, which means we can have more streams, I can have more of a social life, I can mitigate things better. So yeah, it's weird to say I finished homework, and I'm happy to do other homework this weekend, but yeah. Still no lesson 4 critique, but I've been added to the spreadsheet, so hopefully soon. Huge! It's great to hear. I wonder, does Dio do those critiques? Because the lesson 4 critique from Dio is one of the most valuable things I've received in art so far. My lesson 3 and lesson 4 critiques have been my favorite. And for what is, I think, $5 or $7 a critique, an unbelievable amount of money. Like, for like a deal, I should say. Dio is the GOAT. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Some more planes. Remember, today we're methodical and we're smooth. Yeah, I don't think this No Man's Sky music is fitting the vibe. This is just a bit too... I don't know. We'll do Talos Principle OST. Oh, okay, that's too much. Jeez. YouTube's recommendations haven't been very good. We'll listen to some Bloom. Hey, what up, Rise? How's it going, my man? on our part, it's been pretty good. We've been chillaxing. Actually, not really chillaxing, but oh my god. Big guy. Draw no box. Love it. What's up? Man, everyone at the same time in like waves. Glad to see you all here. No box here, only point grind. I'm a free member. I'll take any critiques I can get. I wish I would have went for the official critique. I didn't think I'd get this far. You know, no, I'm not. Yeah, sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to insinuate that free stuff is bad. Not at all. Just I'm so glad that I could get critiques from Dio, and I think each have their value, and in fact, you may get some external opinion or value from people who aren't just drawbox TAs. Now, will I still say Dio is the GOAT? Yes. But, you know, there's definitely merit to be had in taking those free critiques. Or merit in those critiques, I don't know. Thanks. I think one of my favorite things to learn in the previous lessons, and I wish I did this earlier, was looking at other people's critiques. So like what Delano said, just make sure you don't like compare yourself or try to copy their critique, or their submission, I should say. 6-dimensional boxes, boxes, geez. You know, like for lesson 4 and lesson 5, that's been an extremely helpful resource, because lesson 4 and lesson 5 haven't been completely retrofitted. They're not super modern, so having that and seeing what the standard is now is so helpful. Ah, yikes. Should have slowed down for that one. I'm smearing ink a bit. There we go, much better ish. Doodling the basic things, seeing things in the 10th dimension. Woo. Let's do some ellipses, but then not too many, because actually I don't think many of you guys joined early enough to see what my surprise was. So I'll hit you guys with that in a moment. For those who don't know, we started the stream about 10 minutes earlier than usual. And maybe this weekend we'll be able to work on the Kavel website, the CapTools website. Because then that means we can have it ready before October, which was our initial goal. Is that realistic? During October, yes, but before October, probably not. Seeing other critiques is useful, so you know what to avoid. But you gotta, yeah, exactly. You have to be very, very careful to look at it objectively. We're ghosting. Okay guys, so you ready to see what the surprise was? It's nothing too crazy, but an old enemy of quite a few people on this channel. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're about to. This is a very scary looking page that I made as the stream was starting. So let's do it. But first, I'm gonna take a sip of water before we do this, and then we'll get into our lesson 5 stuff. We're taking a quick trip down memory lane to lesson 1. Because I feel like it. We're not gonna do the entire thing, obviously. I kind of forgot the objective of this exercise here. Let me actually relook at it again, because I opened up the website, but I didn't like read it. Yeah, start off by taking your piece of paper, dividing in table columns or rows. You can draw lines inside of it. Cool. Cool. Let's do it. This is gonna be so demeaning. You also have to kind of hold the page at a different angle. Yikes, not the best start, but it's okay. Feel like I'm going a bit large. Hey, huge. I want skinnier ones. Let's do it here. My other page. Oops. Put it over there. Ah! Locked in. We choked on that last one. I want bigger ones. We'll do a bit tilted, but... Actually, no, if we want larger ones, we have to kind of... This is relaxing. This is like, I could just be at peace doing this all day. We'll do a couple more and then call it that. I don't want to hold you guys captive. And we'll do that right here. A bit rough on our accuracy. We do spill out a lot of our lines. Pentagons are just I greater than easy. Our accuracy kind of sucks, but our precision is there, so that is one thing. Let's do some larger ones. Now we have to remember we need to be doing this with the intent to improve. Cool, okay, that's fun. So, review of this. I think we're pretty much there. We just need to watch up. We spill over a lot, and then our degrees are kind of wobbly. Like, this kind of like melds against the bottom of it because I was trying to touch it. So, if we are going to be wrong, accuracy-wise, just spill over. It's better to have a consistent form than an inconsistent one, but not bad. Cool. Okay, so we're going to return to constructing our Otter and PureRef, and then hopefully we'll have a idea. We'll have a set of planned lines that we're comfortable with. So we'll pop over there. Look at this little guy. Picking up where we left off. Oof. I was literally, I keep saying literally so much, guys. Please call me on that. We're also going to start our timer here. Nope, but first, get a sip of water. You guys know the rules. Oh wait, we'll stop the timer. You're right. This is taking much longer than our Tiger construction, but also I think it's just because there's a lot more moving parts. But whatever. I'm not really at a time limit. There is spending too much time on things, but I don't think... I mean, some streams we could have been quote-unquote more optimal, but this makes it feel like it's going back, but I want to kind of like make it fluffy, you know? See, doesn't that give a entirely different vibe? So like, yeah, while it is kind of going like this, I'm just gonna do a continuous round and fluffy form. Just a bit skinnier than... I need to stop. I'm crossing my legs right now. I feel like that's making me worse at this. I don't know why. This feels better. I like this a lot more. I know we worked really hard to make our muzzle work. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's better than what we've had recently, so. I think it's just without the additive form, it's a bit meh. Oh yeah, and then, yo, what's up, Pinku? Hope all is well. You know the drill, we're working on our Otter. Hopefully you're enjoying your Raiju sketches and anime. Oh man, I forgot to check out the manga. I apologize. I completely got lost. I'll make sure to do that tonight. Because I actually have time to do stuff tonight. I don't have to immediately go back to doing... I mean, I can go work on homework, but yeah. Doing pretty good, Hope it's the same for ya. And this is going to be more of a smooth gray. It's more like this, but yeah. As for back here, we are going to have this form that goes like this. The ear though, that's a whole nother beast because you can see it go over here. Ear. Okay, sorry. So I guess that's gonna exist on the form that connects the head. So I guess we can bring this to the ting. Here, wait, let's make sure that's part of that. Boom. Let's move it over to the very colorful. I was clearly more mindful this time around with my No! I'm with the science team. Sorry. My roommate loves that meme so much. He brings it up a lot and it makes me happy because I love Half-Life. And so the notion of that is just wonderful. I am noticing an issue. Do you guys see it? Because I see it. Let's test your knowledge. No, that's mean, actually. It's not class. Who cares? Let's try to line this up properly, though, because we want it to be correct. Just gonna get some landmarks right here. Bit more up. It's all good, man. I'll make the chapter public again now. Huge. Okay, I'll make sure I actually read it again tonight. Oh, jeez. Oops. Hit my mic. Sorry, guys. Proportion. Yeah, so, the thing that's, I mean, proportion's probably wrong too. But the thing that's really bothering me is private. Okay, by the end of tomorrow, I'll make sure I blaze through it before then. The mass, the additive mass for the back, it's connecting, or it's kind of formed right here and then connecting. So I think this ellipse should move downwards a bit. So we'll still have this, but then we'll have this connecting to the head, and then I'll give a much better gesture. Can't explain why I have to private it at the moment, so I apologize. That's completely fine. It's your work. No need to do all that. You're being kind enough to let us see it. So thank you for that. Yeah, no, I apologize for not doing it earlier. I could make the excuse of homework, which is valid and true, but that doesn't say the... Yeah, I can't wait to see it. Oh, I told my roommate. So my roommate's much more knowledgeable and about anime than I. And I told him that you said Fallen. Was it Fallen? Or yeah, you said it was kind of basic, I think, last stream, and he would like to disagree. That's an argument you can take up with him. Okay. Yeah, we just want to start more back here. I think that's good. I just need a better ellipse. Yeah. However you pronounce it, Jesus. Overrated? Gotcha. It does have a bit of a weird structure now, but I think it always did, so we'll... One day I'll buy a drawing tablet, everybody. But now is definitely not the time. Okay. How was I drawing? Oh, I guess it's easier to draw ellipses when you're like this, but yeah, so. Now if I can draw stars accurately, there's an accurate way to draw stars. Interesting. If it were me, I'd just like flick a paintbrush at the page, you know? Oh yeah, I remember the degree was large because it's looking a lot at us. Oh, also, I forgot to watch the premiere, but Kane Pixels released a new Backrooms video, and I don't like Backrooms, Liminal, I don't like that, like, subculture, I don't know, like, just, it's annoying, right? It's a lot of people like, ooh, Liminal scary, you know, it's a cheat, it's like what happened to FNAF, you know, like, not tuber takeover, just, you know, the it got oversaturated. That's the word I'm looking for. But I will always stand by Kane Pixels being one of the best, if not the best, indie horror artists on the platform. And gotcha, Pink, you got you. So now we have this, which is a bit more helpful for defining the head. Yeah, exactly. Like it's, I've always not disrespected it. That's a very intense word and stance, but I don't like when things get lazy for the sake of generating content. Like you can have, I'm not going to say bad, but you know, like unprofessional content, and it can still be perfectly good and valid, and I encourage that. I mean, I'm unprofessional a lot of the time with my content, and yet I still try and put a lot of effort into things. That's wonderful. But when it's for the sake of generating views and views only, and denying the artistic process or the like foundations of what you're doing art for, such as the backrooms, which is a really fun concept, it gets annoying fast. What do I draw on? I'm drawing with my mouse. Chapter 1 is public again now. Awesome. Yeah, I'm drawing with my mouse. It is, yeah. I wish I had a drawing tablet, but I'm using the good old Death Adder Essential. I haven't even bought the Death Adder Elite. Shout out Death Adder Essential. I've used this mouse for years. Not sponsored. Don't buy products just because I said so. Mouse percent. Yep. Oh man, a drawing tablet seems awesome. I'm going to get one day. So here we have the same issue as what we had. It's called Forgotten Night. I like that. We're having the same issue we had with the... Sorry, I can't hear myself think because this music's just a tiny bit too loud. Where we have trouble conceptualizing the ear because it's a very 2D structure presented in front of us. And we also have this additive form, which is not helping. Also, I'm going to start a new drawing on top of this. Although the video isn't titled that. Gotcha. So, you said it's a manga, I believe, right? Yet it's posted on YouTube. My curiosity is piqued. Is it just like almost a slideshow-esque type beat? Gotcha, okay. Trying to think. Because, yeah, this form exists. I'm going to put it on the outside too, like this. Screenshots of the story. Huge. Okay, gotcha. Perfect. And then we have another, we'll do this one over here, which is going to exist on top of the form. And it's hidden behind here, so there's only so much we can do. I'm not going to stress out too much about it. We're going to just bring it out here and just make sure it's like in 3D space, it's symmetrical, which, yeah, it practically is. That's very hard to see. I kind of regret using that color, so we're going to change it up. Maybe a blue. So yeah, we have this, which is going to go over here. Sorry, yeah, so this is going to go around. No drawings in the video, that the concept art for Volume 1 is just featured on the thumbnail. Gotcha. Ah, heard. I'm not totally vibing with how sharp this is, and I kind of wanted to sit behind the tuft of fur. Like this. No, cat, I don't have a tablet. We're still, I mean, I have a mouse, so yeah, but don't worry, we'll be going to... Oh yeah, sorry, you're sticking with traditional for a while, yeah. I'm sorry, I will leave the traditional space one day. I may do what Rise was talking about the other day, though, which was doing things in traditional and then transferring to digital. I like that workflow. Gotcha. Yeah. This doesn't feel like it's sitting above the form here, so what we can do Hmm. This is bothering me because yeah, we're gonna have like it's very stringy, so I don't think big strands are gonna help. We'd want like more narrower stuff like this. And also that's not really, I keep drawing this because I can, but I'm not capturing the flow. Look at that, it's like this. It's very spiky. Anyways, that'll travel out there. So the ear can sit around. That's just saying that the ear is actually on the neck, which is false. So do we need a separate form? I don't want to get too messy around the head, but because the head goes super far back. Oh wow, that was actually pretty dang good. In fact, that was kind of it. Task failed successfully. It's titled Forgotten Night Chapter 1. Awesome. I'll check it out after stream. Thank you very much for making that public for us. I can't use lime here. What's another good color that I could still be able to see? Ah, here we go. Highlighter yellow. It's my Kia colors. This gives me room to, so of constructive drawing, we want a plan. We want to understand the shapes that compose this. We are not drawing an otter. We're drawing a bunch of shapes that happen to end up looking like an otter. And so I don't really care for, I mean, that's the thing. Later, like in the bug constructions, I could confidently do a bug construction now without cracking it open in PureF. But to the other end of that, we are learning the otter. So we want to find the forms that break it down. This is the mental exercise, the theoretical exercise, and then the mechanical exercise is putting that in a page. So that's where observation is a lot more important. And one thing we learned during the bug training arc is I cannot look at pure like this. We're going to memorize and reference, but we're not going to look at it while we're drawing. We're going to use our observational skills and kind of remember the otter Legos, as we call it. So this is just saying, hey, here are the steps to creating an otter, the common objects of an otter. Now go off on your own and make it. And once we get used to this, we start either kind of blowing through the constructions or not even needing to do them. And then blah, 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 blah. We come to a point where we don't even need references because we've memorized the structure of otters. We can draw anything we want from our imagination. That's the power of constructive drawing. You memorize what makes these things work. Just why constructive human anatomy, you draw, and that's the difference between tracing. Is tracing, it's very easy to, which is still a valid way of improving, but it's very easy to get abstracted from what's actually happening underneath. You can just put lines on the page and it'll successfully look like a human. But through observational references, you really have to think about what's going on underneath the surface. And then by me just now being like, okay, we don't care about this anymore, and going back to this while drawing, it's like spaced repetition in a way, right? So that's why I love it so much. TLDR, I do not use mouse. I do not use traditional to break down the forms of the otter because this gives me a better opportunity to analyze the forms, and then when we actually draw it, we are now practicing a different skill set. A lot of words, little meaning. And speaking of, we're pretty darn close. Let's focus on a couple more additive forms now. Which we can do since they're in this center with a brighter green. I think that's pretty noticeable. We have... So this is a bit misleading. This blue is in the background, but I can't really separate that from here because I think it's connected to the arm. Oh no, it's connected to the leg. But yeah, so this is technically behind the neck right here. This part. I'm trying to draw with the mouse right now. It's not fun. Yep. It is not the most fun thing, but we're doing it for the theory, so we're all good. So let's start doing our underlying forms, or more sensitive additive forms, I should say. We have this tuft of hair that travels down the neck and kind of forms this shape. Do we see it on the other side though? That's a good question. You just have these like this one behind the ear that's going down. We could actually, oh shoot, that's so helpful. We can now do this. Let's see, is it actually going to turn around that? Let's see, we're going to see it go largely vertical and then kind of disappear. Like that. And then we have this one. These are a bit unfounded. I don't feel like they're 3D. It's kind of hard to feel like things are 3D with all this mess going on. So I'm actually going to leave that out for now and leave that to make the decision when we're there. For here though, we have the footprint, which we'll do in a darker green. We have the footprint of the nose on this plane. On this plane. Then the actual nose. We're going to see more space right here than over here in this direction because we're seeing the left profile. So we'll see it fall back over here. That's going to get closer as we go around like this. So practically the same thing right there. And then for the La Boca, we're going to travel out. I'm not convinced. We have this. Now it's on the face, which is an issue because that means we're transferring from sitting on this plane to sitting on this plane. So, as per usual, what's the footprint? It's like this. And the actual form itself. Kind of follows the footprint in all respects. Like so. I don't want to keep the color because I don't want to get lost. We're actually going to change up the colors here to blue. Blue and light blue. So we have our footprint here. We're obeying the form of the pink sphere. So we're going to land here. And then we're going to go towards the plane. Same thing over here. We're only going to see a tiny bit of it. We're going to see it like this. If anything. Probably not. We're going to take our blue. And we're going to sit a tiny bit out. And then here. And then here I'm going to overlap it a bit. This one's going to be really easy to visualize. We do want that symmetry though. So footprint wise, we're going to land over here inside. And we're going to meet up here. It actually goes underneath, so yeah, we're going to see like this. Let's see, that one started from about right here. Cool. Gotta like it when you figure out one thing you can see you looked at before better. Yes, I love that feeling, that aha moment. I've talked about it before in really earlier streams. I think that was when I was taking discrete math at the time. But that aha moment in like any educational context is one of my favorite feelings when learning. Let's do our eye forms. I like doing a brighter color for the eye. It's important to remember that these are sitting inside of the skull. If I could move this down a layer, I would, but I can't with this software. Or I can't easily, and I'm a bit too lazy, so. See, we have this outer edge of it. Definitely feels a bit high. Not totally feeling it yet. Finish your mouse drawing. Huge. Hopefully it turned out better than better than what you expected, but yeah, it's a mouse drawing after all. You'll post in your community tab. Oh, I can't wait to see. I'd say that's okay. It's awful. All art is wonderful. Totally. I totally believe in that. I like this, the forms we're about to add here, because we're going to start here, and the brow, it's going to go like this, and then I can definitely see, oh, look at that form. What a great form. The greatest form. Sorry. The Trump voice is not funny. It is so easy to be like that one guy who thinks he like has a good Trump impression. And then, yeah, no. Like, it's a really good way to be like out of touch socially. It's like that one dude who's like, oh yeah, I can sing really good, and then they like sing all the time, or like, you get what I mean. They think they can sing well, and no one wants to tell them like, hey man, you're hurting my ears. Have you seen my French accent? Dude, that's the thing. An accent is a sign of intelligence. That someone learned another language. And it's something I highly respect. You know, if we ever raise $10,000 for charity, I'll do a Trump impression for an entire stream. Okay, cool. Okay, gotcha. I was gonna assume maybe like, oh, you're French or French Canadian or something like that. That makes sense. After you said that, of course. Okay, we have to remember this is traveling over and around the sphere. Just this sphere is kind of looking at us, so it's kind of hard to see the 3D stuff. Then we have the brow muscle, which we wanted to meet with this one. We don't want to give him like the crazy brow, but no, I'm French. Oh, okay, gotcha. So you're French, grew up in America. Gotcha. Yeah, it's weird. A lot of people, like a lot of my viewers, are from Australia and Canada, which is not what I expected. My French accent is a new innovation. I only created it a few months ago. Created it. Interesting. What do you mean by created it? And I just realized this needs to wrap around the form. Well, I'm fully American, but my pops is from France. Ah, gotcha. Oh, it's kind of hard to wrap this around the form and believe it. I hate flat profile things when constructing. Trying to make this sync back at least. I'm doing that because it shortening a form because we're turning around here, so I'm trying to obey the pink form. I learned skill. Took some practice, but it's solid now. So, are you saying that your French accent is manufactured? Not in an accusatory tone. Yeah, I don't mean that. Like, oh, you're a fake? No. I suck at saying. I think I know exactly what you mean. The like slightly rolled R in French, if that's what you're talking about, is so difficult. Yes, manufactured completely. Very interesting. Why did you feel the need to? Is that just like the persona you want to put on for YouTube? I like this a lot more. I like this one. Gotcha. Okay, interesting. It hurts myself to say the R, so I don't say it. Yeah, when I went to Portugal, they say boa tarde or tard. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's like for good morning, or like, you know, a greeting in the morning. I just can't do it. It hurts so much. Oh, look at that. That is solid. I really like these forms. Hey man, all you gotta do is be you to stand out, right? That's my philosophy, at least. Then again, I'm an obnoxious weirdo who streams every day, so it is so difficult having to explain to people, like, yeah, what I tell people is just, I tell them I teach art on YouTube every night, which, I mean, yeah, I give critique from time to time, but I definitely wouldn't consider myself a teacher. It's just so much easier than explaining, like, what I actually do, which isn't so far off. It's just, like, I want to help people with their habits and stuff like that through art as a medium. But yeah, I'm a bit of a weirdo, bit of a creep, if you will. I'm a creep. Sorry, okay. I heard that song today. Guys, we do have the bodily additive forms, but I definitely think those are gonna come in later, you know? I've been trying to pop off on YouTube for months. I've been on YouTube since 2009 with various channels over the years. Very interesting. Why do you want to be a YouTube famous? Is that just something you grew up with? You're like, yeah, I look up to these awesome YouTubers. I want to be in their position one day. We had the conversation last stream of, you know, what inspires you to make art? What inspires you to do YouTube? Let's see, we're gonna see the chin kind of pop out over more in this direction, right? We're gonna see the side profile of the chin here. This one's gonna be more straight. Well, when I was a little kid now, but now it's different. Yeah, I'm pretty sure every little kid who saw like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye growing up, they were like, oh, I want to be like them. You've explained it in some videos? Okay. Feel free to link it. I'm pretty sure people are allowed to post links, and I would love to check that out. I need to make a channel trailer for like the purpose and goal of this channel. Trying to see the form that would be here. Don't want to give him like a super chin. Nine-sided shakes are secretly beans. Uh-oh, did it not work? I think AutoMod might have caught it or something. Darn. I'll go find it on your channel, so no stress. You can do a darker green for the one below it. I'm gonna go on the inside. I don't want to have to make you repeat yourself, so I think watching the video would be a bit easier on everyone's part, but YouTube is a powerful tool to reach people, and I mean, hence why I chose YouTube over Twitch for my thing. As an artist oh, okay, gotcha. This segmented jaw looks a bit strange. Yet I don't think there's like a very neat way of doing the form for this. Yeah, that's close enough. I'm largely happy with a lot of this. Okay, wow. Is it time? Are we ready to do the Otter Construction? Other videos where the good influencers on social media, man, almost divisive. Got some crazy names there. I like it. Where are the good ones? Where are the good girls at? Okay, cool, guys. Put your hands together. It's time for the Otter Construction. The actual Otter Construction. Ah, gotcha. Okay, very cool. I forgot we have forms right here. Like we just drew on top of the sausage form, but we have this to start with. Wow. Oh, we finished the first part. Now for the sometimes longer, sometimes shorter part of drawing the otter. So yeah, like I said, we've just said, okay, here are the Legos. And in fact, one thing I like to do here, we'll actually go back here real quick. One thing I like to do is I did this in previous construction. Let's also get our Freddy Fazbear looking thing right here. There we go. Is we're gonna do something called Otter Legos. So Otter Legos, and also we'll get this in here as well, because that gives full context as to what's happening inside this form. There we go. There we go. So, Otter Legos. We're now going to break down some of the most major forms and be like, okay, this is what we need to construct a otter. And also I'm going to move chat over here. I'll be back in a minute to post the community. Oh, the otter subplot. Why is my YouTube always behind on this part of the monitor? That's so weird. Okay. Cool, cool. Did we spend probably too much time deconstructing it? Maybe. I don't really feel like it, but that could be definitely true. Regardless, I feel like we could do like this almost right here, or it'd be really to the side like that, if anything. That's the thing. This one's like turned like this way, and this one's kind of going back this way, and so it gives me a weird vibe. That fur is not helping. Like this one should, instead of being like this, it should be more like this direction. And this contour kind of confirms that, or just gives credence to, I guess is a better word for it. Anyways, and now that I know how, I think it's pull in. Yeah. Okay. Otter Legos. Okay, let's look at our otter Legos, everybody. So, otter Legos include the rib cage. We'll kind of segment it out. So, make this like 28. Cranium, rib cage. Oh my gosh, what is it called? Waist? Or just the pelvis, sorry, pelvis, there we go. Tomato, I know, but... So, for that, the rib cranium is going to be a slightly leftward, lower degree, horizontal axis. There's the otter's left, and barely a horizon tilt on it. Actually, I made it a bit more. Oh yeah, I made it smaller, didn't I? It's more circular now. Sorry, I'm not thinking. There we go. So slightly wide degree still. These are not that wide. I feel like I have a 1 or 0. You know, it's either it's too wide or it's too circle. I'd say this is good enough. Not that turned, right? Yeah, still. And why? And you're like, Cav, why are you drawing out of here? Are you just trying to waste time? Yes, but the main objective of drawing it out here is to help our memory capture it, right? We want to be thinking about these individually. We have our rib cage, which is, this one was a bit tricky. It's more like this, oriented towards us. Like so, with a pretty darn wide degree. And then we have our pelvis, which is slightly larger than the head, so all of this is almost to scale. That's a bit too much. Okay, never mind. And this was like a perfect sphere. Slightly rotated outside as well, not even slightly. There we go. Do a new one. We have the sausage form for the body. And we have the tuft up for back tuft. For on it. And this one was kind of weird because we had to like twist around and away from it. Welcome back. Like so. And so this one had a degree like this slightly. And then we went over here and we had a degree more facing towards us. Oh, and then the tuft of fur on the back sits over the waist and then goes around with the sausage form, goes over the rib cage, all the way over to grandma's house. I made the rib cage, so yeah. Sits over the buttocks, kind of goes down the thigh, over the buttocks, like this. There we go. And then goes over the thigh, then droops down, goes over the rib cage. And then we can't really see this part, but we intuitively understand it as being twisted from us. So we're kind of seeing this like that. So it could sit perfectly on there. We could also do the tail. Why not? So this one, I mean, you can only be so specific, right? But and I want it to be more spherical, as if where it's connecting, it is a spheroid. We can't forget otter tails are thick. They're heavy as well. So we got to kind of capture that here. Got to like it when you find fun shapes to doodle. I know that's the thing. Like, this is a point I'm going to bring up either in my lesson 3 or lesson 4 video. If you ask me to draw a box, I can so easily, right? Like I do not stress. I can like do this intuitively, instantly, and like even guessing, I can get pretty dang accurate because we've just done so many boxes. But then you tell me to draw a specific box, right? Like that's more difficult. And so even with, you know, being able to toss and turn sausage forms in space and just to be able to be like, okay, this is the contour for that. And, you know, having a general idea of how it moves, how you can squish and squash it, how you can lay more forms on top of it. Sure, you can have that ability, but to now the hard part is, observationally finding places for these and then recreating those properly, which is both observational and still constructional, because, you know, construction is being able to be precise, right? Like, even if you took the otter away and you just told me, like, popped an idea in my head of draw this specific ellipse, I still have to be able to do that mechanically. Oh, for the community. Oh yeah, we could go check it out. Here, let's finish this real quick. Our Otter Legos, then we'll go check it out. Cool, cool. So let's see what else. We have the thighs, so we can do the arm structures next. This is where it gets a bit multitudinal and repetitive. So actually, we'll worry about this for now. I mean, okay, what we can do is just like leg structure. So, leg structure. Is that really 28? Oh, I think it's just because I resized these. Oops. I mean, yeah, geez. There we go. Sure, my OCD is kicking in. There we go. Now it seems off. Whatever. Okay. So yeah, the leg structure always will have, and we'll do the back leg because I think that's the most informative. We'll also not have touch drawing to that. We have the thigh structure, which is going to be slightly tilted away from us. Right? And it's more like this. It's more straight up and down. Last I recall. Oh, yeah, it's tilted away. So axis is a lot steeper, like this. We don't see the top. We won't see like this part of the globe, right? The North Pole. You should really practice your Reiju structure, man. Need some work. One day I will draw Reiju. I think that'd be fun. Then we have the calf. So leg structure, which includes thigh, calf, heel. So thigh, calf, heel, toes. So now we're gonna get that nice purple. And that was just a simple sausage form with it mostly popping towards us. So we could see the, hole right here of the sausage form. It's like one of the meats that Luffy eats in One Piece, right? Anyways, gotta take a call. Huge. Heel nugget. Yeah, and that's kind of wrapping like this. Oh wait, no, didn't we say it was going? Oh, sorry, it's going the other way. We're seeing more like this. And in reality, I want the side of it, the side profile, to be like right on the very edge, like this. Maybe even more, but I can't really do that with my technical, mechanical, and theoretical abilities. So yeah, we have our heel next. The heel is very much a pad. Corn dog. I feel like a corn dog would be like slightly longer, right? Yeah. There we go. And then, yeah, so the heel, the pad, this is like that kind of boxy structure that they were mentioning in the notes. So we do want like this plane, like all of these noticeable, but we want to round them out. And also it's slightly further away from us. So this plane that I show is actually going to be more like this. And in fact, like this, because it's so far away. So something like this, right? You know how your planes work, people. It's super helpful. So I know it's pretty parallel to what we're looking at. We go towards us and then down and then over here and in. So something like that is what I think. Okay, yeah. Actually, there's much more. We don't really see the top plane that much, do we? Yeah, we only see a tiny bit of it, so top plane is actually going to be decreased a bit, so it's going to be very 2D-esque. And then toes. And toes are literally just like these forms. Maybe a bit like this. Nothing too crazy. Cool. And so yeah, we have our leg structure and then the face. Oh geez. Do this. Hey. Nice. We have the snout. Puff, like side puffs, like mutton chops, I guess I'll call it that. Chow J Schlatt, I guess. Yeah. I don't want to include, we do have the helmet, so helmet. Nah, bah, whatever. We'll do the snout at least, and mutton chops. I don't want to like go too into the smaller details because then we'll be here forever drawing Legos, right? Let's see, that was red. So yeah, this from memory. I remember the top plane being super small and just having this narrow structure. I could be wrong here. This is all based off of memory. We do see this plane a lot more than you'd expect. I have to zoom out here so they're all equal, but you see a bit of this. Now, how wrong am I? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we had this custom structure that we used. Irregular proportions make the best shapes. I think it should be the other way around, right? Irregular shapes make the best proportions. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll fight for that one. Let's see. So this custom structure that we made, it is our plane in the front that we used as like an anchor, right? A mental anchor. And we go up here and we have the bridge that connects the nose. I'd say, I'd argue it's a bit thinner, a bit lower, maybe even a bit less foreshortened. This is all from memory, right? And then we travel over here, the side of the face, and then we connect these. And so we're still going to see these, but they're going to be super foreshortened. I think the triangles were larger and the rectangle in the center was smaller. Yeah, so something of the sort. And the jaw. The jaw is a bit strange because it's really, really integrated and interfaced with the, so like, once again, we have this as our kind of like grounding point, right? Even a bit less. And then we have this, which reaches towards the plane and then kind of just goes back, or sorry, the sphere. And this one's like really narrow. Oh, it kind of swings. It's more like this, that angle. We're going to see more of this one and less of this, actually. Just something like that. It doesn't feel too grounded in reality, but I'm getting a bit impatient. Which means we should probably take a break, in all honesty. Anyways, so here are our general Legos, right? We're actually going to pause real quick. I'm going to go do something. We only have 10 minutes left. Dang it. Then I guess we spend these next 10 minutes. I'm going to pause regardless. We're going to just practice the shapes here. We're going to tumble them. We're going to mix them up. And the next stream number 5 of the Otter, an arc of its own, right? Kind of like the tiger. We'll get into drawing it. So here, I'll be right back, everybody. And we'll pop over here. Yeah. Here, I'll take a moment to go look at our friend's community post, see how their mouse drawing went. Let's see, where are you at? Oh, there you go. Does not look bad at all. Yeah, I'd say your abilities with a pad definitely rival those with a mouse. Good work though, good work. Alrighty. If you guys would like, and it'll probably help out his stats, you could pop over to the channel. I won't incredulously just take his art, but highly recommend going over to his channel regardless, checking all that out. So yeah, let's do some practice of the shapes, our Otter Legos, and then call it a day. And you're gonna be like, Kavel, why are you not going later? Like most of your streams of recent have been until 1:40. There's only so much focus I can have in a day, and I can feel myself getting a bit flustered, not in like an angry way, but just like a brain tired, hard think, right? And if I'm going to start approaching this otter, especially the hardest part, which is laying down those initial forms, I want to be ready, right? I don't want to be making silly mistakes or rushing. That's usually what happens when I get like this, is I can feel myself wanting to push more. Like, trust me, I want to keep drawing, but I've definitely learned through not only drawing personally, but streaming, to recognize this feeling. This like wanting to rush and get it over with. And that's the perfect time to slow down. So what we're gonna do is, I just want to pull the most basic forms from our friend. Here we go. We're not gonna worry about anything. Oh, wait, where's our head? I think that was one of our sidebars, and then we combined everything. Come on. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Okay, so let's just worry about these. Where's the head? Oh, no. Oh, why did I do that again? Oh. There we go. Okay. Then we go here and we erase that. There. Okay. So just focus on these shapes and the relationships now. Intuitively. I don't want to use my ruler or anything. I want to be using my brain here. I want to measure everything off of almost the waist. I really like just, we have a nice, really good circle there. But I think the most central form is definitely the chest. So we'll worry about that one first. And we'll meet him there, right? So this is, I'd say, nearly 60 degrees ellipse, tilted 45-degree angle-ish for the rib cage. And the tail takes up a lot of the page. I'm not really worried about composition yet, even though I should be. I know we can kind of mush everything as close as we want to the right side of the page. We also want to be drawing large. Okay, I like that. It's a bit less tilted than I would want. Let's see, this one, we only see the front of this, so something of that sort. Then up here for the head, much more to the right. In fact, the center of the head kind of passes to the right of this. And we don't have to worry about height, so the head is the tallest point on the page, which is good. Definitely way too round. Our head should have been, I think this is the old version of the head too. Our head should have been much more round. I think I was just kind of scrunching myself up here. Like just pushing myself into the top corner of the page. The head should be more... Yeah, that was a bit too large. That was the right degree though. B. Anyways, let's hit the waist. The waist is about, I'd say half of the spheres, or maybe even like 5/8. So like here's the sphere. It meets practically right here. And goes to a third down here. So if we know that's the height, we take half of that and put it right here. So intuitively, I think it's about right here. I think that was a bit too far to the left. Thankfully, that kind of mistake could be mitigated though by the organic form that we draw. So we actually have a pretty, in lesson 5, we have an okay landing net in terms of fixing these kind of errors. Cool. So I feel pretty good about all this. This should have been tilted a bit more. Like I said, probably instead of that, it should have been a bit like this. This form, let's try to find the correct head, because being slightly wider than a normal ellipse is hard. We actually did a pretty dang good job here. I'd say the height of this should be about 3/4 of this, which sucks because I want a lot of room for a lot of detail in the head, but you can only do so much, right? So let's just continue with these. That was just a normal ellipse, so that could be another waste. We did not leave enough room for the tail, so this would have actually been too large, but I'm okay with like truncating the tail. Oh yeah, I wanted to see your drawing, Pinku. Very good job, despite the mouse. Let's see, so another head construction. So yeah, the central cranium, the central form, which we've chosen to be the rib cage, we want it to be tilted more, and it has to sadly be smaller because we're not going to be able to fit the entirety of the tail on the page. The tail, let's see, if this is one of these, then I'd say it's another head's waists, rib, what is it called? Oh my god. Hip. I'm so stupid. Why am I blanking on this? Pelvis. Yeah, I've spent hundreds of hours drawing ratio over the year, so I was gonna have, yeah. I've spent hundreds of hours on otters. I wish, no. So let's see, and this, so yeah, if this is the length here, I'd still say intuitively this is about half. I don't want to, okay, it's not cheating, but I'm really sure that my brain tells me that this is half of this. Maybe a bit more. Oh, it is, yeah. Like I said, 5/8, that's my guess. So yeah, this was a bit too far. And you know what? We can do a composition real quick and call it that. So, just so we're ready for tomorrow's stream, let's try to do the entire thing on paper. So let's finish up here. Just get rid of that, who cares? Not at all. In fact, I thought like that was the intent. Like I was not surprised at all that Israeli, I thought you were drawing her from the beginning. Oh, sorry, raise you. Sorry. AX. This is interesting. So yeah, I'm starting to think that the waist, the pelvis, I keep forgetting that name for some odd reason, can be about a quarter of the page. Yeah, so most days I only draw once a day for an hour, if I can muster it. Like in the summer, I'm drawing like 3 to 4 hours a day. If my, like, depending on if I'm working or not. But usually in college, the only time I can spare a day is for an hour minus the warm-up, or plus the warm-up, so hour and 20 minutes. I would love a reality where I could draw more, but I treat drawing like I do my calisthenics, which is when I do it, I want to be entirely focused. I don't want to be distracted. I don't want to be as a social occasion. Which you'd be like, you're streaming. This is a social occasion and you're probably not focused. I am focused. Even more so because I'm explaining my process. Like look up rubber ducky programming, right? And there's many people who, and this sounds a bit defensive, I do not mean it in that way, but there are many people who draw for almost double my time, with the intent of learning, but they have like distractions going on or stuff like that. And not to say that, oh, I'm better than them or I'm more efficient. Rather, it's not necessarily how much time you use, it's how effectively. And now, if I could go for 2 hours a day and still be this effective, I would love to. Is that doable for me? Probably not. Schedule wise, it isn't, but also focus wise, I'm not entirely sure. But given that it's been slightly over a year, I've seen crazy amounts of improvement, so I see no reason to, yeah. Used to draw every day for like 3 to 4 hours on average, but I got a little burnt out since I've been focusing on my manga. I suck at juggling YouTube with art studies with manga creation. Yeah, I don't doubt that is very, very difficult and time consuming. That's why you gotta have a plan, you know? So yeah, it looks like this form, and same thing with the head. Which will, so yeah, the head is slightly larger than the fourth at the top of the page. But yeah, now we have a pretty good breakdown. Like I said, this is the rightmost. We know what to expect, where to put everything. The tail takes up the last quarter. The center of the body, center of the page, right? Look at that. Practically nothing down here. So if we wanted, we can, I don't want to cut off the tail, but you know, yeah, I feel good about this. We have all the tools we need to succeed. We have our Otter Legos. We have some pretty good warm-ups and ideas and spatial relations. Like this is about almost 2 quarters, a little bit like 3/8, right? So half, 2 quarters, yeah, okay. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, and once again, it goes to the philosophy is we do one thing that we love every day. You'd think that writing manga is very similar to art, but it's not at all because it's purely storytelling, no art. At least not yet. I've been a writer, best to tell a good story and get feedback so I can draw it out one day when I'm good enough. I consider writing to be very much like art, in fact. Thank you. Because, you know, it's a form of expression that requires a lot of practice and attention to detail and things on the page, quite literally, external from what is physically there, right? Because you can draw a bunch of boxes, but you have to capture gesture, just as you can put some words on the page, but to truly have a meaningful effect on people, to garner some emotion or something that you want to convey successfully, just, you know, different mediums of art, I'd say. That's one of my biggest take on that. But yeah, very fun day today, guys. Yeah. So cool. Tomorrow we're gonna go at it with the Otter. Continue this kind of strand of focus. I think we made amazing progress today. I can't wait to put pen to paper. I've been really missing it, and honestly, even yesterday not streaming, I was super upset. I really wanted to draw, but homework must get done, right? So thank you everybody for joining me tonight. I can't wait for tomorrow. I really want to finish that Outer Wilds drawing too in the free time, so I may be doing that tomorrow if I have time, but I have a lot of chores and homework to catch up on, so who knows. But yeah, so thank you all once again very much for watching. Thank you PQ for stopping by. Thank you Kat, thank you Dazzling, thank you Delano, thank you Rise, all the people. Kat, I really hope that we get to see your lesson 4 critique soon, and we can see you move on to lesson 5. Dazzling, keep up the great work, and Rise and Delano, I'm docking your pay. So yes, we'll go see that after stream. So thank you all. Third time I've said this now, for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, we're streaming for the whole weekend. Don't know when our next day off is. I think it's the 12th, the Thursday, like last time. Bye for now.